and Diaspora Studies, double major here. And during my short tenure at UT, I've seen a major shift to conservatism across the campus. Entering the school in the fall of 2021, right after donors threatened to stop donating if we change the eyes of Texas, whose origin is minstrel shows. This move alienated minority students, faculty, and staff and started an exodus of such faculty. Then in 2023, the ban of DEI measures and subsequent staff being fired, the attempt to remove tenure for faculty that spoke out, and the establishment of right-wing civil departments with conservative leadership. Just this last year, the crackdown in student protests against the genocide of the Palestinians, in which civil rights were violated and they're still in the courts. And just this year, the reduction of faculty senate powers, concentration of power in conservative leadership, and now the administration thinking about signing the compact and consolidating ethnic and gender studies, which is filled with the field-defining and award-winning faculty. This is showing the will and political want to shift towards conservatism at the behest of Trump and cronies like Abbott and Davis. As a student who will be caught up in the consolidation of one of my degree departments, the loss of the accreditation of my UT degrees, and this campus-wide shift towards fascism under the guise of protecting conservative viewpoints will hurt us all. But they will only go along with their plans that was created behind closed doors as long as we stay quiet, unaware, and think that we don't have skin in the game. In April of 1933, 2 laws were passed that pushed German higher education down the slide of fascism and capitulation to the Nazi regime. This is what fascism looks like and how it arrives at our doors. Weak men in power who want to dominate those who oppose them, not leaders in seats who are supposed to represent us all. Trump and Abbott are taking UT hostage in the same way that the Nazis did with German higher education. This attack on our institution's academic freedom and integrity is deeply disturbing due to the implications of not having the ability to choose what we want to study under the guise of enforcing institutional political neutrality. This goes against hundreds of years of academia status quo, restricting students' free speech and ability to protest while muzzling staff is a dangerous precedent. This fight, but when that overreach finally reaches your doorstep, it will already be too late. This fight can't wait until our Longhorn is tainted. This is how they want us to feel, but we are a testament to our empathy, outcry, and efforts against the trillion-dollar propaganda machine. And if you are scared of political persecution, history will look back on us with kind eyes. Our research will crumble, our admissions will fall, and our reputation across the country will plummet. UT administration being honored to sell out our academic freedom, our freedom of speech, and the soul of UT for a shaky relationship and a few crumbs of funding, while Trump occupies the White House, is a scary but telling truth. If the administration of UT accepts this compact, we are accepting a deal with the devil. Yeah.
Here today, not as just students, but as witnesses to a cycle that we have seen before. A cycle of erasure, control, and rebranding of our struggle. And I want to make it clear, we see through it and we will not go back. UT, you cannot hide behind policy, funding, or efficiency. We know what consolidation really means. It means cutting the roots of a tree that was planted long before your creation, that feeds us, silencing the voices that challenge you, and packaging our histories in something that is easier to digest. But we didn't come here to be palatable. We came here to be powerful, and we will not go back. We will not be strange fruit on a tree that this country seems so imminent on replanting. We will not go back. I came to college to learn about the truth that our ancestors passed down. Truth carried in stories, in music, riddled with survival and resistance. Truth that lived long before it was written in any textbook, in any institution, and any united nation. You do not get to come into our minds and attempt to enact menticide on our people. You do not get to go strip us of the language, the art, the theory, and the legacy that tells us who we are. Our studies, our truths, and our history will not be pushed out. We will not go back. When we hear the phrase, we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, I believe it also deserves a second part. We are our ancestors' biggest nightmare. To every system that tried to silence them. We will not go back. We have seen hatred boil from the scenes of an administration determined to instigate divide and fear in this country. But again, we will not back down, we will not go back, and your erasure will not work. Because we are here. We are loud, and we are everything that you tried to destroy, and everything you never thought would rise again, and we will not go back. Now, the UT administration, do not confuse our patience for passivity. Do not think you can speak about diversity in public while dismantling it behind closed doors. We see you, and we will remember who stood with us and who tried to erase us when you thought no one was watching. And to the Trump administration, you may not sit in these halls, but your influence leaks into them like poison, putting pawns in a place to push your bullshit facade of an agenda. America was never great, and it will never be until idiots like you are pushed back to the 8th circle where you came from. Oh my God. Your project of hate, your crusade to rewrite history, and your obsession with control, we've seen it before. You can ban books, you can rewrite curricula, and threaten professors, but you will never contain the truth. Truth doesn't die unless it's in legislation. It grows in resistance. And that resistance is each and every one of us. We will not go back. And as my dear late Asada Shakur said, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. And we will. Because this is not just a fight for departments, it's a fight for our minds, our memory, and our right to exist fully and freely in this institution. We will not go back. Ethnic studies is not up for debate. Our identities are not up for compromise, and our education will not be consolidated into convenience. We are the dream and the nightmare, the storm and the sea. And as long as we speak, as long as we organize, and as long as we refuse to be erased, we will win. No compact, no consolidation, no erasure, not now or not ever, because we will not go back.
Our civil rights general George Littlefield of the conservative side. Thank you so much, Justice Reiterate. I have an open letter to James E. Davis and the students and faculty at the University of Texas at Austin. On October 1st, 2025, the United States Department of Education sent an agreement, a package, to 9 very specific, very important universities, inviting them to sign a compact that would grant them priority federal diversity it was originally sent to. But why was it sent? Our Education Secretary describes this compact as a way to grow into resilient and curious and moral leaders driven by Western and American values. But political analysts describe this compact as the newest escalation in Trump's attempt to impose ideological University of Texas at Austin. This is a deal, a Faustidian bargain between the university and the government, a corrupt and perverse relationship between the two. It asks academic institutions to abolish units that belittle or spark violence against conservative beliefs. It calls for faculty and staff to stop speaking out on social and political ideals as university personnel. It cuts DEI programs. It requires standardized testing. It limits international students' admissions to 15%. While one may say, this is the University of Texas at Austin. This is a public institution. This is the government institution. I remind you all, many other public institutions have rejected this Trojan horse, have done away with this compact, and have protected their constituents and their students within less than 2 weeks. I remind you all that at its core, the University of Texas at Austin is an institution. It is a school. The university is meant to foster and to grow unbiased, nonpartisan, free thought and learning for all students. It is meant to be a place of choice. The signing of this compact is detrimental to our teaching as it skews our perception of right and wrong. The signing of this compact is the signing away of the hearts and the minds of every Longhorn, past, present, and future, to the White House agenda and the Trump administration. This is an exercise, one of words, actions, and thoughts. This is an exercise for every student, every staff member, every faculty member, and every constituent on the Board of Regents and above that serve within this university. At this current time, every student here and every student at UT has choices. We have choices on which political topics to speak on, which classes to take, and which path to graduation and acceptance to UT we choose to follow. With the signing of this compact, those choices are taken from us. Right now, this institution has choices. We choose what teachings we have, how free and diverse our campus is, and we choose our leaders, present and future. With the signing of this compact, this academic freedom, this institutional autonomy is taken from us. Our freedom of thought, our freedom of choice, our freedom of speech is taken from us. We all see it. The university students, the university staff, but not only us, members and schools from across the United States. Let me remind you guys that of these 9 schools that received the compact, of these 9 schools that were proposed this Fastidian bargain, all, except the University of Texas at Austin, have made official statements, official declarations showing the people, the students, and the government where they stand. Of the 9 institutions that received this compact on October 1st, I remind you that all, except 2, have rejected unanimously this disgusting proposition, this immoral degradation of academia. 9 days was all that it took for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to reject this perverse bargain. 14 days. 14 days was all that it was required for Brown to reject this Fastidian bargain. 15 days, USC and UPenn. 16 days, the University of Virginia. 17 days, Dartmouth. And finally, at 19 days, the University of Arizona rejected the compact, making 7 of 9 rejecting this compact before 2 weeks, before the deadline of this compact had been met. So I ask you, if all of these prestigious institutions can see the Trojan horse for what it is, if all of these institutions can reject this degradation of academia before 3 weeks are up, what is stopping the University of Texas at Austin? Surely not its students who stand here against it. Surely not the staff who are watching us stand against it. What is stopping the University of Texas at Austin? Right now, today, at this moment, we have a new president. We have a new head of UT, and that is James E. Davis. To President Davis specifically, before the very first day of school, you took a picture with me in front of that glorious tower. You threw up your UT sign, and you told me that you were proud to see us grow together as students and president as we go through our academic journey. But President Davis, I need more than a smile and a hookup. I need more than a picture. The students need more than a picture. You are our new president. You have the power to change what is currently sitting on your table. You have the power to reject the compact that every student out here today has actively campaigned against. Show me, show the students, show the staff, show the state where you are, who you are, and where your morals stand. The decision you make today will not only impact your presidency, but will forever impact this institution. Let's hope you make the right one, not only for yourselves, but for the rest of us. The decision made today or later on is going to impact everyone at this university. And while it is a shame that not everyone is here, The people that are here, I hope you know that today's demonstration matters. What was done today is a showing of the importance this compact be rejected. As we stand in front of Littlefield home, as we stand in front of the conservative man's house, it is imperative that we show where we as the students stand. Within UT, we love the notion that what happens here changes the world. But should this compact be signed, should Jim Davis sign, then the world will be forced to question whether the change they see at UT is one that they wish to accept. Yeah. My name's Aya.